Alright. Welcome in, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me today. Hopefully you can also hear game sounds. Can you hear all that? I didn't change anything from yesterday, so everything should technically be here. I mean, should. Anyway, I haven't played Magic in a while, but they went back to Phyrexia, and they brought us Poison back. Poison counters are exceedingly dangerous. It only takes 10 poison counters to actually get a kill. Um, which is cool. But they brought it back in a new form. They put a keyword down called toxic. And so if a creature is toxic 1, 2, 3, 9, whatever it happens to be, it does that much poison damage. So um, it's separated now from what it used to be, where uh, if it was like a 1/1 creature, then it would do that damage. And then as poison, if you remember. I don't know. Um, And so, if you scaled that creature up, like say, put down something that would pump it up by 3/3, which is pretty common, right? So it'd be a 4/4 creature, then you'd do 4 damage. But in the case of Toxic, you could actually pump up the power of the creature so it does more damage, but it still wouldn't do any more poison. I think that's how this is gonna work. Um, because like if it was keyword Toxic 1, right? Even though the creature was a 9/9, right? It would only do 1 point of poison damage if it got through to the player. Still pretty useful if you have trample and stuff like that on. Just maybe not as dangerous, so they found a way to re-implement poison and still slow it down. Um, I mean, a little bit. Like, the last time they did poison, as far as I know, the last time they did poison was when we had a Phyrexian set as well, which they just were back in Phyrexia. Um, so, yeah. Um, my poison deck from back then actually has an optional, like in standard, an optional second turn kill. A second turn kill is ridiculous by standard. Just by standard play. So that's an example of what's going on. Anyway, I've got to earn this pack right here by playing a couple matches. They had a big thing, arena announcements, whatever. Oh yeah, yes. Give me free shit. Here we go. Phyrexian lands and 3 packs. I haven't played this in a minute, so we're a little bit out of date. What do we got? More info? Arena announcements? Okay, whatever. Cool. We got free packs and we can buy some more. So we're gonna go to the store and we're gonna see what the price of packs are. And then we're gonna buy up a bunch of this and we're gonna try and build a crappy deck. And, see how awake I am. Like, really, that's what it comes down to. We're just gonna see how awake I am today. See if I can even play Magic. Do we have any sales? Oh, this is the new Elish Norn. Um, I wish Gentle was here because he could tell me the name of this dude. So, I think it's Junji Ito. If you don't know who that is, it's because they're really graphic, horror, manga from Japan. Uh, anyway, really famous for their art style, Junji Ito. I'm not gonna show you any of that stuff on here. Oh my goodness. The fact that they pulled him in to do Elish Norn and like a bunch of other like Phyrexian cards. There's actually 6 Elish Norns, by the way, that they put out for this set. Done in different manga-ish styles by Junji Ito, if I remember correctly. So if that's not insane, I don't know what is. Ooh, those are shiny. I like these. I like these lands. Oh, man. Okay. Here's the sticker pack. I don't use any of this stuff, but kind of cool that they have it. Yeah, these are some of the art styles. Do they have the excuse me, do they have the no, it doesn't look like they do at the moment. Anyway, packs. Let's see what we got. They have these new packs that are supposed to be more premium, so they charge you more for them. Let's see what we get. We're just buying up a bunch of these. I just want a thing that makes it so I can buy however many I have points for and then be like, whatever about it, right? Alright, let's see if we have enough packs. Oh, wait. What do we get if we get one more? I gotta see. Because they have this up here. Golden pack progress. Okay. One more. Right. Come on. There we go. We got enough for a golden pack. How about that? Also, I'm super psyched. See how fast everything is moving? We just redid the entire network in the house, and now I am hardwired for everything. So beforehand, when you're like playing fighting games with me and stuff like that, um, my laptop has been wireless. So we've just been off the Wi-Fi for that. So should be even better now. Even better now. We'll wait on this one till last. This is our golden pack. We'll start here with this fancy one. Ah. Someday when we get that, we're gonna be in trouble because all our movements will be way too fast. Also, it'll be less fun because we'll just be like, you know, instead of like slapping on the stick. Yes. How about that? This is our first pull. This is our first pull. The Jason, this is really cool. The Jason, this is really cool. What's grass? Anyway, yeah, we got Elish Norn right off the bat. How about that? How are you doing, Joss? Yes. I'm really excited about that poll right off the bat. Like I said, we're gonna hold off on the golden pack. Let's open some of these, see what else we get. We're gonna try and build a poison deck. I don't know what's available. Pay 1 life, destroy target permanent you own. What? I mean, maybe there's a reason for that. Hey, I always appreciate the support in the chats. Always, always. You practicing Falk or Manat? Add 1 mana of any color, pay 2 life, proliferate for 3. Now, proliferate, that's important because every time we proliferate, it adds 1 counter to all the counters we have available to put on stuff. So if you proliferate, you can actually add poison counters to people, which is important. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Not my character, but not bad. What's this? Draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each other artifact you control. Okay. I mean, that's not a bad price. Like, once you get enough artifacts on the board for it to be worthwhile. Phyrexia is, like, poisonous oil is what they're kind of known for, I guess would be a good way to describe it. So they usually have, like, a lot of artifacts and stuff going on as well. You know, Coop's been in Diamond for a while, but when he was in Plat, he would go, like, back and forth between, you know, being up 1 and then being down, like, several thousand, and then coming back up. And once you get to a certain point, you just keep moving forward and you stop losing quite as much, I guess. Draw 3 cards, proliferate. That's a little bit pricey. 5 for that, but it's a common. Anyway, on to the next one. Let's see what we get. Like, so you get over 7k, and then how far back do you drop, though? Sometimes it's all in your head, and sometimes it's just like, okay, what's this? So here's our new keyword right here. This is our poison. This guy is Toxic 1. Whenever you proliferate, choose one. If you don't control a creature named the Hallow Sentinel, creature of the Hallow Sentinel, a legendary 3/3 colorless Phyrexian name. Pull an artifact creature token. Oh, okay. I'm a little bit confused about the wording on this, but we'll figure it out as we go. Some of the new sets, I'm a little bit out of touch. Do you play Magic at all, Joss? I know, everybody might have seen, oh.
Until the invasion begins.
Oh man. Fair enough. Fair enough. I was gonna say, I know a lot of people might have seen Lucky J getting into it and whatnot. On his stream, a lot of people might have seen Lucky. If you haven't checked out Lucky, and you know who that is, go check it out. I don't know his name, or I'd throw him a shout out. But I played him the other. It was a while ago. I played him the other whatever it was a while ago, and I sent him a mech deck. I've been playing. I know something about you have cards, and well, you'll learn a lot today if you keep watching, or maybe not. I don't know. I try to do a really good job of explaining it. Oh, a zombie creature. There we go. Other creatures you control get. Oh, that's kind of painful, but could be good for killing off creatures if I need to. I haven't looked at how this set works, so like, we're just kind of here doing a thing, right? Yeah, Lucky is cool as hell. I'll put it this way: I'm as good at Magic potentially as he is at Street Fighter. I don't know. Maybe that's rating myself too high. But I've been playing Magic for a really long time. I'll just put it that way: a really long time. It's not entirely. It's not entirely a bold claim. Hoop can attest to my Magic playing abilities, and if my moderator Gentle was here, his brother is actually a state champion for Montana in a couple of different formats for Magic the Gathering, and I helped create him. Created a monster. Protection from multicolors, that'll be handy. I haven't really had a chance to like try and compete at that level, and I haven't focused on Magic in a really long time to where I could compete at that level. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, once you get like a certain level, you just kind of like you see how things work, and you see how it doesn't work, and if your card pulls are better, your card pulls are better. You could beat the top person in Magic, whatever they're playing, as long as their deck isn't entirely broken, and as long as you pull better cards or the better pilot. It's like with this is a lot like fighting games, right? This is a lot like fighting games. So if me and you had the same exact deck, right? It would be about our knowledge of the deck and our knowledge of the ability to play it. I have decks on here that I already built that I played for a long time, and I know what's in them, and I can see like the conditions. And I can know kind of like it's understanding the matchups, I guess. Like I know what I can get away with, and I know when I'm gonna lose, and I know when my deck has nothing more to offer the opponent, and I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Um, so it's like fighting games in that respect. Well, I mean there is, but Magic has pretty set guidelines as to what you can do, and you're gonna see that your deck is doing too much or too little. So there is a certain degree of that, right? There is a certain degree of that deck building. But you see the archetypes for the decks. Like what? I don't know the reference. I've barely played D&D. I'm not a good reference for. I played D&D, but I'm barely a reference for D&D, honestly. Put an oil counter on tablet of completion. Tap to add. Activate only if tablet of completion has 2 or more oil counters on. Pay 1, draw a card. Activate only if tablet of completion has 5 or more oil counters on it. Oh, ah. This is probably like a dollar rare unless you can bump it up really good. Unless you can bump it up really good with proliferate. Oh, you can definitely put down more of your hand and get somewhere in a really quick fashion, depending on what your deck is. Archfiend of the Dross. Enters the battlefield with 4 oil counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove an oil counter from Archfiend of the Dross. Then, if it has no oil counters on it, you lose the game. There's gotta be a way to win with this. I mean, it's painful because, you know, enters the battlefield with only 4, and it's 4 or 6, and it has the requirement of you lose the game if you lose all your... It's black suicide deck stuff, and I'm 100% about that, actually. Okay. Okay, that's just our standard whatever it is. Gotcha. And let's find out what the golden pack is. I bought all these packs, what I earned. They give me a cookie. Overseer, okay. Okay, at the beginning of your end step, if 3 or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control this turn. So this guy will continuously create 3/3 Phyrexian Golem artifact creatures, whatever. As long as we put out a ton of artifacts. And they put... Oh, this is just like... It's random. It's from all over the place. Gotcha. And it's all rares. Invoke Despair is pretty cool. Whenever 1 or more creatures with mana value 3 or less enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay. Let's see what it is. All will be 1. Okay. Whenever you put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, all will be 1 deals that much damage to the target opponent, creature an opponent controls, or planeswalker. Oh, okay. So this is really cool because this is an enchantment, and if your deck is built to proliferate, which you get to add 1 counter to everything that you put a counter on it, it deals damage to that thing. Man, I've really got to see how this works. I don't know if I have anything in standard. Let's see if I have anything in standard, and we'll go play a match. Oh, I have this in standard still. The good news is we're gonna run into stuff. So this is the mech deck. It plays big giant robots, and yeah. Um, I sent Lucky a copy of this one because he wanted to. He was really impressed with this deck, and he's like, "That thing's so cool." I'm like, "Here you go, have at it." What do we get? We got a mech hanger. Comes in the battlefield tapped. Let's see if we can survive. Just rock it as is. Enters the battlefield, sacrifice it, reduce your... Okay, so this is just a, paramorphic expanse, or whatever they want to call it. Game sounds are kind of loud. How does everything sound for you guys? Is it too loud? Let me know. I'm still working through some issues. We'll put down one of these first, because they come into play tap, and, I guess it doesn't matter. Do blue, or do black. Okay, it's just on my end that it's like, it is rocking me. Like, I can't even think through this. What am I gonna do? Alright, so, we'll put down this, and do blue, I guess. I'm waiting to see what he does. We finally got 3, so we're good to go. What's this one? We'll put down the prototype first. Every time we put down an artifact, this guy gets +1/+1. So there's that. And then whenever one or more vehicles you control attacks, this is a vehicle, by the way. It says there right next to the artifact thing. Whenever we attack with vehicles, we're gonna get another pilot more vehicles. And okay. Gonna get screwed on that one, I guess. Can I play this 2 to crew? Yeah. So these aren't creatures unless we crew them, and they will become creatures technically for the sake of the game. And we get a continued attack. I don't have all 5 pieces. I only have the head, so it's not gonna work out for me. How are you today, Earth? Man, it keeps pulling up my stuff, and I'm not gonna have anything to do. Alright.
I have no reservations
Target
about
artifact becomes
cutting
a 4/4
down my
artifact.
opposition.
Yeah, let's do that. Bam. And then we'll get us another pilot.
Meet your killer.
First time okay. Well, never mind. He didn't like that. We didn't really get to see what... I don't know what his deck was doing. I can tell you what it wasn't doing. It wasn't doing anything, though. I am awake, mostly. We got a whole bunch of cards, and I was hoping to get out here and see some Phyrexia by playing a standard deck. I don't think I have anything else in standard at the moment. Oh, I have Shrines, which is not good. Where is my ninja deck, and why doesn't that work? See all these with the yellow marks or whatever? Anyway, they're telling me that my deck is not in standard. Oh, well, that's why my ninjas aren't in standard, I bet. Okay, I get it. My ninjas aren't in standard. You have a certain limit of decks, but it's like 75 or 100 or something like that. And unless you've been paying for the game, I haven't paid for the game. I've just been playing since beta. I haven't paid for this game. I've just been winning stuff. And then building whatever. I don't have access to all the cards, and I can't build functionally unlimited. Let's say functionally unlimited. That sounds fair enough. Functionally unlimited, yeah. we're gonna wait a turn because we want to put this guy down first. He has ward, so he's hard to hit. That means it puts a hex proof on him, which means they can't target him with spells or abilities. And then all these guys are artifacts, so we'll put those down next. And I'm getting fucking all the land. Jesus. Ooh, slow cooked chili. That sounds amazing. Go for some chili. I haven't had chili in forever. Alright. Zombie hordes? He's gonna do zombie hordes? Okay, so, we're gonna put this down. And we're gonna put this down. And we'll start swinging for the fences right off the bat. They'll create a zombie token. We're gonna have to watch out for zombie buildup. He can't hit me. He wants to. Like, he wants to target my patchwork guy, but he has to pay 2 for it. And so he has to see if he can do it. It's not gonna show me the card behind it. Okay. He probably did kill it. Oh, he took it down. Destroy target creature, you lose 2 life. So he's gonna do that, but it's okay, we're gonna hit him next turn too. We aren't gonna block, because it's not worth it to us. Sacrifice, draw a card if you control an artifact, draw a card if you control an enchantment. This will be useful later. Put this down, and then we're going to crew this. That's terrible. What's he gonna do? So, 2 problems with this game. One, if they start to lose and they get upset about it, they do this thing called roping. It's really annoying, and it just means they take a really long time for their turn, then they end up with this bar on the screen that slowly ticks down, so they have time to make up their mind about their turn. And anyway, they just leave that run until you quit or they lose the game. It happens a lot more than it should because it's a waste of their time and they're just being salty about it, and it's a waste of your time. And again, they're just being salty about it for no reason. There's no reason for that. Well, I mean, that, but this is an annoying time sink, and that's really what's important, is that it's an annoying time sink. Man. Anyway, we will do this with this guy. And then we will use this, and we will target vehicle becomes our creature until end of turn. And then we will swing away. They're okay with dying, apparently. Oh no. This is leaning into hot tub stream territory. As an additional cost, cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, pay 1. Okay, so this is my creature, and they think that's gonna stop me. They think it's gonna stop me. It's not gonna stop me. We'll play this too. I need more mechs on the field. Big stompy robot, let's go. Dreadhound. Dreadhound enters the battlefield. Mill 3 cards. They're gonna mill themselves. Whenever dies, ever starts to a graveyard from the library, each opponent pays a life. Okay, so they're gonna make us pay a life for stuff, I guess. We'll do this. Oh, a hanger. And then... we're just taking it easy. We might lose this one. I don't know. Gotta see what he's doing. He doesn't have anything flying and he dies next turn if he doesn't have anything going on. On the other hand, if we're not careful, we'll die too. Is what somehow different than discard? Oh, this where it's, it says mill 3 cards. It says mill, so there might actually be a difference. And the difference is, in what the requirement of what you're doing. Like, you're tapped out, so we're gonna die. Unless I can block with something. I can't crew anything, so we're just kinda screwed. That's okay, though. Well, mill is a term that's been used by, obviously, people playing Magic for a really long time, but mill hasn't been featured on a card till just recently, as an actual term used in Magic, even though mill decks have been around since forever. Since forever. Anyway, I was hoping to actually see some of these Phyrexian cards, but here we are, we're playing Standard, and so the meta should be, like, leaning towards Phyrexian cards, and we've only seen, like, a few, and that was the only deck that even half worked. I understand I'm low in the rankings right now because I haven't been playing. It's because of how other card games are built. Yeah, you just take them and throw them directly into your graveyard or whatever they want to call it. You know. Ah, fair enough. As long as I have 3 mana, I'm willing to run whatever without doing a mill. We're waiting for the opponent to decide what they're gonna do. If you guys want to see a mill deck, I do actually have a functional mill deck. It's not in standard play. It's in historic on the game. So if you guys want to see that, I do have a mill deck. Ah, they decided fuck this game. It's where you make the opponent take the top of their deck and just throw it away. They don't even get to play the card. You're like, why would you even play this deck? Look, here's all your cards. They're just going directly into, I'll show you. It'll be fun. God, I love this deck. Anyway, it's not what we're here to play. Let's see, where is it? I have so many horrible things. This is kind of like a mill deck. Kind of. Is this one I want? Let's see real quick. Oh, no, the funny thing is, people like mill decks, but they hate discard decks. They hate discard decks because it takes it directly, like, you grab your whole handful of cards and you're like, I'm gonna play a game of Magic. And then on the first turn, it doesn't work like this anymore, but on the first turn, somebody's like, are you going to play Magic? Here, I'm gonna play all these, and you're gonna take all your hand before you even get started and just dump it directly in the trash. Guys, blessing... Do I... Oh, sure. We'll give this one a try. I don't remember what this one does. I have so many decks that I don't remember what they do. Anyway, this is a mill deck, though. It says it's a mill deck. So, it's well labeled, which is not like most of my shit. Oh, yeah, no. It's more like, before you even start, like, building up anything and putting anything on the board, just fuck all that trash. Throw it away. Oh, well, this isn't gonna do. This is probably playable. I've got 3 lands and a search for a land. Okay, but I have to throw away a thing. I don't want to throw away anything. I like all of this, mostly. We'll throw away that one. That one's more of a late game response, and it's not a land. So, anyway, we'll put this down. Enters tap. We don't care about that. We're gonna be lucky to win, because mill decks are slow. It's like having to do 60 or whatever. Yeah, it's like having to do 60 damage to an opponent to get them to go away. We're gonna wait again, because we're gonna put out Perry's Tutelage, so we're not gonna do anything technically until 3rd turn. And they're gonna fuck us up. So this is an afterlife creature. It puts another creature out when it dies. And this one says whenever a creature comes into play or dies, you lose a life and they gain life. So this is going to be a pain in the ass, and they're going to do damage to us. You know, blue is where the power 9 is at. 3 of the power 9 cards are blue. So power 9 is old school cards that are really expensive now. Yeah, we'll discard a land. Anyway, this is where the milling starts. See, we pulled 2 off the top. We're gonna play another Fairy's Tutelage. And we're gonna pull 4 off. RPS. There is colors. Like, I have to have different mana. This is blue mana. It's, it puts out blue. It has a little, icon you can't see behind me. There's a little icon for it, that little drop. That means it's blue. This one's green. So, there are requirements for what you can do. Anyway, we're gonna put on another one of these, because we want to get to put out this guy. That's what we're working on. Oh, okay, well, we drew a card. Well, I'm confused. I'll drop this because I want to put out more creatures. We don't have a lot of creatures on the board. So we've now milled 7 cards, and he's thrown away 1. There's no type advantage in colors, technically. Not since blue got nerfed, right? So we're gonna look at the top card, we're gonna decide if we want it, then we're gonna throw it away if we don't want it, and then, we're gonna draw a card. We'll hold on to that. It's a counter spell, so we can stop whatever big thing they have going on, and they're gonna ditch 4 more cards. So their count's going from 40 down to, 38. So we have 38 more cards to get rid of before, they'll lose the game. Regardless of whatever our health is. So we're probably gonna get fucking tanked. No, not in this sense. That's a pretty good rough. That's a pretty good rough way of putting it. I don't have any board wipes in this, and I didn't get any creatures at the start, so it's kind of a problem. Anyway, we gotta put out more land, so... we gotta get this creature to mutate. I was hoping to have these on the board already. This guy makes it so, whenever another snow permit enters the battlefield under your control, you may have target player mill 2 cards. So we put this guy down at the beginning, he blocks those little creatures that have been murdering us, and these are all snow lands. I also have the regular crab that doesn't require snow lands, so there's that too. But we are gonna get our ass kicked, and there's nothing we can do about it, because he has a sacrifice engine. And by sacrifice, I mean something that makes him sacrifice, which is exceptionally good for the deck. Well, the lore for Magic is, 20 plus years old, so, yeah. Right? Yeah. Yeah, it's been that long. Because they just did 30th. Definitely. Definitely. I don't like it, because we don't have 3 mana, but I'll play it anyway because I have 1 rune crab. This is the regular crab. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 3 cards. Oh yeah, no, super flop on that, right? Super flop on that. No, they were burning, like, Wizards, and Hasbro have, like, they've been fucking with people, and it's not been a good thing for them. They fucked with the D&D community with the, OpenGL license, whatever, and, they were fucking with the Magic community, who has a lot of money tied up in this game. Like, an insane amount of money. Well, it's the fact that there's an insane amount of money built up in the, aftermarket for this game. This game is really fucking expensive. Right? Oh, we have to target the player every time. So we're gonna make him ditch 5 cards. We're doing much better this time, because we've already got, like, 10 plus cards in the, graveyard. Yeah, like I said, they've been fucking with the, Magic community. Come on, man! I just got started! See, people don't like mill decks because they start losing cards, and once you start losing cards, you just continue to lose cards, and you don't get to play anything because all your deck is, like, directly in the graveyard, and people hate that. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. This is not the best deck for it, I guess. This one's okay. I thought I had another one. I have, like, a bunch of insane stuff, and I don't know what's all there. I don't know what's all there. That one didn't work out. This one will mill decks. This one is actually a combo deck that does something stupid. We're gonna see if we can become immortal. No, we're not gonna. See if we can find a land. Ah, fuck. I need a land, though. Fine, I'll take this guy. He's a clone. He's gonna be a clone. I don't have a blue still. I need a blue. It can't. I'm not gonna consider that a slap in the face of Magic, because if they reprinted the old cards, like if they reprinted the Power 9, one, it would drop the value of the Power 9, and the Power 9 is worth the cost, like just one of them in mint condition is worth the cost of a house. So it would actually literally be a slap in the face of Magic players for them to re-release any of that. And two, none of that would work in the game today, because the game has become so much more balanced than that. So for you to say Yu-Gi-Oh! Like put out whatever doesn't really mean anything from a Magic perspective in that regard, because of how the games work. They've banned cards, but all cards are technically playable in Yu-Gi-Oh! They don't have the same like list set up, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is more of an eternal format, I guess, is how they consider it. Because even the cards that are banned have eventually come back when they become reasonable again, because they didn't screw up so bad with their game design originally that the cards couldn't come back. Like, you can't play a Black Lotus. You can't functionally play a Black Lotus if they reprint it and people play it in Standard. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't be an option at all. Bro, you're gonna have to attack with more than that. Let's mill a card if we need to, see what we get. This one's got trample, that's what it is. But this one doesn't. Did you do enough? Well, apparently he did. Anyway, we're gonna concede this one. I didn't get any land. Technically, the Magic 30th anniversary cards were the same way and didn't have any affected values on the cards. But people like, oh, we can finally have dual land. It was a box of tokens, is what it was. A box of proxy tokens is what it was. And you can buy one of those on Wish for $13 that has like every card you could possibly imagine. Every card you could possibly imagine. And so I don't know why. I own dual lands, okay? I own dual lands. So I don't know why the 30th anniversary Magic cards were affecting the prices of my dual lands at all, because they're proxy cards. Literally proxy cards. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter, because they're really expensive cards to begin with. And more importantly, they were overpricing a box of proxies, and that's what I'm going to continue to call it, because that's what it is. It was a box of proxies for the 30th anniversary set. I don't know why anybody would want to buy it, because like I said, you can go on Wish, and, you know, it may not be the most favorable thing, but you can go on Wish and buy a box of proxies that has everything you'd ever want to proxy into a card. Whatever. Hell, just get a printer. Or, if you really want to be disgusting and old school about it, just take some of your old beat-up lands that you have and write what the name of the card is, and then print out a list of the cards you have proxied. Whatever. Okay, so we're gonna put this down. This allows us to scry a card, and it gain 3 life, and also exile a creature. It's really important what we're doing. And then that creature will come back. And, let's see... Yeah, we'll keep that going. It isn't going to hurt us at all for our game plan. This card will make us immortal and really hard to deal with in a very short period of time. In 2 turns, we will be functionally immortal. If everything goes to plan. Let's throw this bad boy down. Alright, so this creature now can't be hit, and we also have the thing over us, so we can't be hit either. That's what these, like, triangle, circle symbols are. They can't hit us with any spells or anything like that. So, we are not functionally immortal yet. We need the land that's on top of our deck right now. You can see it right there. That's the land. We're gonna put that land down, and then we're gonna be immortal. And this guy can play Magic, and we'll be immortal. No blocks. We're gonna gain our life back too. So we now have 2 of these guys, so they can't be removed by spells. I have to choose to block with them in order for them to die. And then next turn, we'll become immortal. Oh my, he might win. Alright, so 14 plus 12. And do any of these have trample? This guy has trample, so we can't block him or we'll do nothing. I'll be immortal. Watch this. No attacks. We don't give a shit what he's doing. No. Almost. Almost. If he'd had more trample, we wouldn't have been able to do anything about it. Ooh, Death Touch. Scary. Shiver me timbers. What are we gonna do? Oh, man. No blocks. I guess we just die. Oh, man. What's happening? My entire deck's going away? Oh, God. Gaia's Blessing triggers? Oh, look. My deck came back. Now we'll start our attack. This is how we attack. This is the mill deck right here. We're functionally immortal at 2 life. This guy is done. I have nothing to do but sit here and be devious. He's got a creature deck. His whole win system is based on attacking. I don't care. Keep shuffling my deck, it'll make it better. Oh, you're gonna love this. We're gonna put this guy down. And now every time a land goes in the graveyard... every time a land goes in the graveyard, we're gonna gain a life. Oh, and this is gonna make it so we can pull this creature back, and when we put it down, it'll mill 4 cards off the top of their deck, off the top of our deck, and then we'll get to pick a creature from their deck. Sure, I don't even know what their creature does. I don't care either. Oh, and we'll get another creature. Anyway, as long as they want to keep hitting me for, like, all the life, and it'll mill my entire deck, I don't care. I don't think they can do... Like, at this point, they literally can't do anything that I can think of, aside from, a board wipe that doesn't target me, and doesn't target my creatures. That would be about it. Now watch this. All the lands in our deck just went in the graveyard. He finally figured it out? Sometimes it takes him a minute to figure out, like, that I'm functionally immortal. Sometimes. I figured once I put down the Angel of Suffering, that he would just give up. The Angel of Suffering says whenever you take damage, instead of taking that damage, you mill 2 cards for every point of damage that you would take off the top of your library. So it will kill you very, very fast in itself. But I have Gaia's Blessing in the deck, and Gaia's Blessing says whenever this is milled off the top of your library into your graveyard, shuffle your graveyard back into your library. I have 3 of those to make sure that this deck gets full rotation on that. And it just waits for it to come back. And then the 2 white angels that are over here in the corner above my head, those, it's a legendary creature, so normally you can't make 2 copies of this, but I have a card that allows me to make 2 copies of it, and that makes me impervious to their spells. No, when you run out of when your deck is empty, you lose the game. That's why mill decks are a thing. And this actually will mill out an opponent. That's my win condition for the deck, is I just sit back, I take whatever damage they bring in, smile deviously as they realize I'm immortal, and then if they want to play out this game, I'll just mill them out, slowly getting faster and faster about milling them out. I had somebody decide that they weren't going to quit the game because they thought their 200 card deck would make a difference. I should specify that a 200 card deck is a big thing because Magic decks are only 60 card tournament standard. So in order to play the game, you have to have 60 cards, unless you're doing a draft or something like that, where they'll run a 40 card standard. So anybody who has any deck really bigger than 60 cards either has a reason for it, or they're insane and they want to stack cards. I can't see running a 200 card deck without like some alternate win condition that would mean it works well. So yeah. Oh look, we won the free pack. Okay, if you do reveal a card from your library until you reveal a non-legendary creature card with lesser mana value, put it on the battlefield. Okay. So you can sacrifice a creature, and if you do, you get a reveal card from the top of your library until you reveal a non-legendary creature card with lesser mana value. So whatever you give up has to have a decent amount of mana value. The converted mana cost for this card would be 4. So if you sacrificed, say this creature right here, its mana cost is 2, so you'd only be able to find a creature with a mana cost of 1. Not really the best winning game. Hey, if you built something you enjoy and it's a monstrosity, you know, and you just enjoy playing it, the only time I can see building like any deck over, like in regular Magic, in regular like standard play Magic, I can't see building a 200 card deck, you know, and Commander format is a 100 card deck, but they're a singleton, and you only get 100 cards. Like, as far as I know, you can't build above 100 cards in that format because of how it's set up. Specialization, not generalization. Yeah. I mean, this is all mechs. It all has, like, a very set theme. This is some random jank I decided to put together after I saw the Angel of Suffering. I'm like, it's stupid. Let's do something with it. And so I was like, what can I do with it? I'm like, well, what if I made myself functionally immortal so I could protect it so it wouldn't get me killed? And then what if I did something else crazy? A lot of my historic decks work on the premise of let's do something stupid. Because it's more fun that way. Like this one, that you can't see because it's behind me. This one duplicates everything and does damage, the one that I'm about to play. I really enjoy this deck. If I had more money, I would build it in paper. I like the deck that much. Decent enough. Not my favorite hand. But we have a lot of land, and this is a late game deck. We could lose. $65 card deck is reasonable, but I'm not gonna build to like 70 or something stupid. You know what I mean? Like, 65 I consider reasonable. And a lot of my decks are actually somewhere between 60 and 65. Depending on what they're doing and what I need them to do, because sometimes I do need 4 copies of a card. But yeah, we've got an Ugin. He's not really a part of the deck. He's there because he's a condition, like he's a kill condition that can't be beat in the format. That can't really be beat in the format. Just because of how effective he is. And he costs 8, which is really expensive. But this whole deck is really late game anyway. Like, oh good, look, he's gonna mill us. He's gonna mill us. Oh man. Oh please sir, take my 2 cards. Shuffle up my deck for me. What's this one do? What's up? Do blue and green. Oh, do. Let's see if we can find another land or something. Yeah, sure, there we go. Right now we want all of the land. In a few turns we won't want any land. If he mills my deck, I'm gonna use that as an excuse to pull cards back. Also, I'm playing Historic, and I'm playing green. Why would I not carry Gaia's Blessing? Oh, look! So, if an opponent would mill 1 or more cards, they mill twice as many cards. So he's got this, and he's gonna mill 2 cards every time he draws a card. And he's gonna mill 4 for this. And then it's gonna get stupid. And he's gonna reshuffle my entire deck for me. Which is gonna be kind of annoying for me. I might want to remove it. Honestly, I might. And I have removal, because like bounce spells are one of the best ways to get around things. So we will we'll put this down as a red. We're gonna play Pirate's Pillage, which draws us 2 cards for the price of discarding 1 card, and then we'll get 2 treasure tokens, which we can use for mana. This guy's not playing anything broken or jank. I am. Ooh. Oh, is he gonna concede now? He just watched it happen. Sometimes I watch Gaia's Blessing happen as a mill deck, and they want to continue. And they want to continue. I don't know why they would do that. If that's their only win condition. If he's got some other win condition, then he's good to go. Oh yes, place your rune cracks. I'm so terrified. He'd be better off killing me with this guy. Like, by attacking me, at this point. Okay, so anyway, I don't really want him to flip stuff around at the moment. I do have enough to play it. I'm not going to play it right now, though. I want to. God. I can play that. It's a little bit cheaper. Let's see how he likes it. We're gonna start copying his deck a little bit. Ooh, discard guard. Actually, I want the mana. We'll ditch one of these. So we just used the card to copy his card. We now have a copy of this card on our side of the field. So every time we draw a card, he's gonna ditch too. And if he didn't realize what happened, my deck rotates. This whole deck rotates. That's all this deck does. Rotate and copy stuff. To the point of ridiculousness. Like, because I like decks that copy stuff. That's not really how the game, like, he's not really a win condition. He's not really a win condition. Like, I can play him, and I probably will, if I need to. But he's not really a win condition, you know what I mean? This right here, this is part of our win condition. The Mirari Conjecture. Return target instant from your graveyard to your hand. Then next turn, we'll return target sorcery from our graveyard to our hand. And then we'll get to play 2 spells for free. He's not really a win condition. Exile each permanent with mana cost X or less. Ugin deals 3 damage to any target. Like, he's a stalling condition. You gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, and then up to 7 permanent cards from your hand and so that's his win condition. And it's not a great win con. Like, it's just saying, here, you have the ability to put down the rest of your deck and make it happen. But he's a very effective board wipe. So, he's an effective setup card for a win condition, but personally, I don't consider him a win condition. He doesn't have anything that says, hey, if you do this, you're going to win the game. No, he says, you can stall your opponent out for like the next 50 years and do 3 damage a turn if you can get him to work for that. Now maybe he'll read this card. Or not. I expect this match to be over right now. That's normally how it goes. You have, if you have like one Magic deck, you have like 900 other cards that aren't part of it. Anyway, let's make him work a little. And let's draw a card. He shuffled my deck, so I don't have any cards to pull out of the graveyard this turn. Now wait. Pass turn. I expected this to be over because he saw that we have Gaia's Blessing and he's just... I'm waiting to see if he has a card that will remove my stuff. Like, once he starts removing my stuff from the graveyard in one fashion or another, then I'm in trouble. Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't actually know how many cards I have. I have a lot. Okay, so now we got this little symbol over in the corner, and it says, until end of turn, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it, you may choose new targets for the copies. So, we have enough land. Gain control of target artifact or creature, untap it. So we can just steal this stuff directly, which is pretty cool. We have enough to play Ugin. And what's his highest mana cost? 3? Here, we'll probably make him a win condition because he'll probably understand this as a win condition.
Always consider the consequences of your act. All creation can be undone.
What was he gonna do? He couldn't mill me? This game was over like... Anyway, I didn't get off the purpose of this game, but there you go, Ugin as a win condition just because I figured he would understand that. People quit when they see Mugen. I quit when I see Mugen because I know better. But Ugin isn't a win condition. He's an annoyance. I think it takes too much for him to functionally be... I think it takes too much for him to functionally be a win condition. But, there you go. The guy didn't understand I'd already beat him. That's not me being, like, overzealous about it. It's just, it's a fact. He was playing a millback. What's he want? If you don't have anything outside to help you, like, exile cards from people's libraries, and you're playing no deck, you have nothing. Blue or red, blue or red, blue or red. Play green, we'll draw a land. Hey, we got a red, perfect. So we have 2 blue because this counts for a blue and a green. We have a blue, and then we have a red. So we're up to 3 so far, and we need a bunch. Oh, is he gonna mill himself to death and drop out a big creature? Fancy. We're gonna scry a card. I wish I had the mana to pay for that, but I don't. So we aren't going to. We're gonna drop that and grab land. Perfect. So we have this. So next turn we'll be able to drop this land, and then we'll be able to put this out, and we'll get 2 and draw 2 cards, and whatever will be fancy. Oh, I like cycle decks. I don't know if I still have a playable one on here. I had a really cool cycle deck on here, where you just like be like cycle, 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 and all the creatures would get ridiculously large and whatnot. Flare? What do you mean? Alright, so, we have blue and green. We'll go with a green this time. We're gonna drop this down, and then we're gonna drop one of these in the graveyard, because it doesn't matter what goes in the graveyard, so we can draw 2. And then, we can kill stuff if we need to. We have mana open to do stuff, but we're gonna play this, the 1,000-Year Storm. This is part of our win condition. This makes a copy for every copy of a spell we played. Yeah. Yeah. Zenith Flare or something? Yeah, I've got that. I don't know if I have that deck put together, but I used to. Okay, my turn. My turn. All right, so we're gonna play. play another red. We're gonna pay this. Now we are set up. We are ready to rock. We're gonna do some crazy shit next turn. Next turn, if we survive. Oh shit, he's got an obliterator? Fuck. Source deals damage, that source controls sacrifice that many permanents. We don't have that many permanents to sacrifice. And it doesn't say non-land permanents either, it just says that many permanents. I was gonna say, please don't let him trigger. That would be bad. I forget if... It's a solid deck. Like, as far as, like, the meta construction for it goes, it's solid. It's got creature removal. It's got life gain to keep you alive. The only rough part is it's 3 colors. Anyway, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Shock. He's gonna return that to his hand. If we do that. Anyway. Shock. That's 1. That's 1, right? And now... can I do that? I have 3, 4, 5. I don't have enough to do that. So we're gonna play this. And we're gonna ditch a card. We will ditch this because it's not gonna hurt us. And we'll get 2. Which means we'll get 4 mana from this card and draw 4 cards for it. Because we get a duplicate for every time it happens. So we just got land. So we're gonna play this land and pay 2 for it. That way we have optional colors. And then we are gonna pay for yeah, we're gonna pay for this, I believe. And we're gonna pay to draw the card. And we're gonna remove this from the field, that way it can't attack us. And then we have 2 mana open, but we get copies of this. At least 3 copies. Okay, so we've returned this hand. And, what horrible... Oh, we'll gain a bunch of life and we'll draw a bunch of more stuff we don't need. And then we'll have to throw, like, half of it away, but... Whatever, we're gonna gain a fuck ton of life. Oh, sure, we'll grab more of these. These are also part of our win condition. Grab land. We're gonna ditch land because we don't need land, so it's not super important that we have it. Oh man, what am I gonna do about ditching 4 cards? And we'll ditch one of these. We'll keep this one because we need another blue source. And we'll ditch this. That's 4. So we have a full hand, they have nothing on their side of the board. We have an enchantment that duplicates everything we do. And it's gonna be amazing. And what do they put out? They put out reveal top card of your library, put all cards, okay.
Destroy the gifts nature grows.
We'll see. Ooh, scary. Shiver me timbers, what am I gonna do? If you're wondering, we're pretty much endgame. Like, they could pull something out of their hat for it, but I think this is about it. I don't have enough coffee for this win, though. This is the one game I can be kind of cocky about because I understand it very well. So if that's not quite appealing to everybody, I'm sorry. But like I said, I know how this deck works. I know it, its construction really well. We're gonna play this so we have our mana source that we need. And then, like I said, we get spells for just doing whatever we want, right? So we're gonna play, you want to see it get really dumb? Yeah, let's get extra stupid. Extra stupid. I'm gonna need 2 if I do that. Less if I do, well, I still... I don't really have enough mana for this. Because I need more blue sources. Anyway, we'll just pay for it and call it a day. And I don't have enough to pay for that half of it. See, so. And on the other hand, we will play it because we're gonna make them ditch this card like a bunch of times. Come at me, bro. I'm just waiting because I do have a D&D themed card here. It's called Tasha's Hideous Laughter, and whenever you play Tasha's Hideous Laughter, each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until that player has exiled cards with a total mana value of 20. So this card costs 3. That would be the mana value of this card. So if they ditch a bunch of lands, they can ditch a lot of cards before they reach 20. Because lands have no mana value.
Stand strong, and the ground supports us.
On the other hand, if the card costs 4 and they ditch 4 of them, well, they would ditch 4 cards that cost 5. You know, that kind of stuff. Oh, and we are pulling all of land. Good news, we have all the blue sources now. So that's... Anyway, pull opt. Because we're going to build ourselves back up. We need to be able to play lots and lots of stuff, and we're going to do it. We also need to get our win condition back. Do we have one in here? Yeah, we have a win condition in here. We're good. I can use shock as a win condition. It only does 2 damage regularly, and that might seem a lot from 20, but when you do hit the spell like 30
The
times,
trees are mighty.
well, shit gets dumb. Ooh. So next turn we get a sorcery. Okay, cool. My turn? It is not. We'll do this. That way it's cheaper to put, instead of putting down this for 5. We're gonna put down another blue source as far as that goes. We're gonna pay 1 for this. So that gives us like 3 or 4 copies. We'll ditch the land because we don't want that right now. We'll pull a land anyway, apparently. We're gonna make however many copies of whatever we want. Good enough for me, sure. So every time, I don't think I can kill him this turn. But we'll find out. Because I am gonna grab the shock, dude. And this off. Yeah, that'll be great. So I have 2 blue sources, 1 red source. Okay, so I don't think I need to do more than this. So we're gonna do this one. We're gonna make him ditch that, and then we'll make copies. And we'll make him ditch everything on his field. Or most of everything. I was gonna say, I thought I got more copies, but they just hadn't showed up. Yay! That worked really well. And then we'll play this, draw a bunch of cards we don't need. We have 32 cards there at the moment, so we're okay. But we'll have a full hand to whack with next turn. So by doing this, we're cycling out all our cards, and we're making sure we have only what we really want to play with. Because we can just throw our lands away and we can just have a handful of playable cards. Yeah, I want to grab that. That'll be great. I should have enough, I think. I've done 10 damage. And that's how you, kill people with shock. This deck is one of my absolute favorites because it just does dumb shit, and mostly successfully. It doesn't have the best win ratio, for sure, but it doesn't have the worst win ratio either. Like I said, I have a lot of alternate win conditions, but I want to see if I still have that cycling deck put together. I don't know if I do. I don't think I do because they changed up everything in Magic on this, and so it doesn't have the same setup as it used to, and that's kind of annoying. This one has less of a win ratio, but it's an interesting one. I don't have time to think through a deck. I was gonna build one, but we got into playing a bunch of stuff, and I like playing historic decks. If you notice, a lot of my decks are green. That's because I like playing Gaia's Blessing and everything available to have Gaia's Blessing in, as dumb as that might be. I'm obsessed with the card. I have to mulligan. How's it going, Final? How are you today? Also, I'm out of coffee, and that's disappointing. This is not great, but we'll ditch this one for now. I need more land. I have a Scoop Swarm deck, and it's ridiculously broken, too. But it just doesn't work as well. Like, it's one of those things where it works some of the time, because it's a Scoop Swarm Mutate deck. Yeah, I saw that. I think I made sure to hit the like on that tweet. Awesome. Yeah, no, so there's decks that I have that effectively break the game. Right? They effectively break the game, and because this game has, like, Magic is infinite. So if you can produce a combo that creates something relatively infinite, say like infinite squirrels from back in the day, where you place the enchantment on land and you tap it. I'll wait. Apparently I'm waiting longer than I thought. Okay, what's this do? Okay. It can trample haste, whatever. Put that as a blocker. We're gonna get another land. This game has limits. It can only have 250 copies of a card on the field. Obviously, like I said, Magic has, like, no limit as long as you can prove your numbers at some point. So, like, the Infinite Squirrels combo, you could be like, hey, I'm gonna choose this 10,000 times, here's the top, like, you know, whatever. Down this. Anyway, yeah, with Scoop Bug, I break it. I break it hard. Because I put down, Anointed Path. And Anointed Path says for every token you put out, like, another token. Right? And so with Scoop Bug, it just gets stupid. Because, you know, I'm putting out 2. And anyway, that's why the deck does, like, that's why my Scoop Bug deck doesn't work. Is because my deck is made to do that versus just run off Scoop Bugs for tokens. Has first strike haste. We'll wait a turn. We're about to gain 2 life anyway. We'll pay 2. We still have 3, so we'll pay this. We have a direction we're going in, trust me. Straight the hell. I mean, what? We'll draw another card. So, this is my board wipe. This is one of them. It does either artifacts and enchantments or destroys creatures. Very handy. This is another board wipe I have. It can be foretold, which means you can take 2 off the cost of the card because you can take 2 colorless and foretell it, and it'll remove it from your hand to help people from removing your board sweeper. Oh, and see, now if he controls a creature with 4, so we're going to sweep his board. Because I don't want him to be able to draw cards. That would be stupid. I'm also going to let him kill my creature, one of my creatures, because I'm going to board wipe him anyway. And it'll kill my creature in the process. So that's what we're going to do. Maybe? I mean, I like Foretell. I like Foretell as an ability. It's pretty awesome. I want to board sweeper him. But I also want to play this turn before he gets all fucking weird or something. Anyway, we're gonna do this, I guess. We're gonna destroy all creatures, and we're gonna start again. And, I'm gonna search for something. Sure. I'll search for that. This is our win condition for the game. This is, Bolus Citadel. And this is one of my favorite constructs for the deck because we're about to gain a bunch of life. We're gonna use that life to pay to play cards for free. Because free stuff. Who doesn't like free stuff? I mean, he's gonna hate that we get free stuff, but I'll appreciate that we get free stuff. Oh, what do we get for free? I can't really kill his creature, and I don't have enough mana to pay for it, but whatever. We get free stuff for now. As long as we gain life, we get free stuff, and we're gonna gain so much life. Also, he can't get his extra card. And we have more board sweepers in here. So, this says you can pay life instead of whatever the cost of the card is. So, like, this card costs 5. We could pay 5 life in order to cast this spell. It's a 1-for-1 trade-off. Okay, fair enough. We're gonna do this. This is our secondary win condition. This is Approach to the Second Sun. When this spell was cast from your hand, and you cast another spell named Approach to the Second Sun this game, you win the game. So once we cast this for free, we'll have to cast it from hand, and then we can win. Anyway. Oh, here we go. This is our actual win condition right here. We're going to pay 6 life to play this card. And we're going to take him down by half, and we're going to go up by half. And then we're going to draw this card, so we can play it next turn. And then we're going to play this, because we can, and it'll give us a blocker. And it'll shuffle our deck to hopefully get us a different card that we can play. Decline, because we have this card again. Decline, because we have this card. Decline, because we have a board sweeper. And, have to ditch a card? Okay. Anyway, that's how you get stuff for free. Ooh, he can play an additional land this turn. So that wasn't worth it for him. Anyway, we'll cast this. I saw somebody with this deck build and I was like, it has green in it. It has black in it. It has white in it. It gains life. Like, a fuck ton of life. And best part is you use the black ability of, like, paying out your life. That way you can play spells for free. Yeah, I was happy with that match. That's a good match. Hey, that's the name of the game, right? Find a way to get, like, heavy-duty card advantage and then use it to, bludgeon your opponents to death. Anyway, apparently I don't have the cycling deck put together anymore. I would know because it would be 3 colors, and those 3 colors just aren't present in my setup. I have a bunch of other stuff that's functional, but I took a bunch of stuff apart, and I need to start again, maybe, and do it over, like, another time. And then they gave me a bunch of decks, none of which are that deck. So, there's that. I have a bunch of other cool stuff, though. Really functional stuff. Is this the vampires? I think this is the vampires. My favorite color to play is black. Not only because I'm a machine of death or anything, but just because black is a lot of fun because it's suicidal. In terms of the game, at least in old Magic, like they had a card called Pox, and you'd have to ditch like a third of your land, a third of your life, and a third of your creatures, and a third of pretty much everything on the board, but so would your opponent. So you'd really like have to work around the card to make it functional. It was a really quick kill if you could get it to work. And if you failed to get it to work, well, you die. The price of power. There was also Pestilence, where you do just as much damage to yourself as you would to other people. He's got a burn deck, so we might die because he's gonna hit us really hard. I guess it's a goblin deck. If it's the goblin deck that they normally play, it just puts out a shit ton of goblins really, really fast, and there's nothing I can really do about it. Because it can be up and running before I get 6 cards to play my sweeper. Oh, and he's gonna steal my shit? Not cool, bro. He used this card to steal my shit. Whenever it does damage to me, it gets to steal my shit. Not cool. We're gonna get rid of that. Actually, it is pretty cool. I like stealing people's cards if I can and putting them on my side of the board and playing their deck for them. That's really cool. On the other hand, it really sucks when it happens. I don't have anything big enough to stop that yet. Put this down. It'll take at least 1 hit before it dies. It's still gonna die. But I need to get to 5 mana in order to actually use my board sweeper. And I don't think we're gonna make it. He's moving too quick. Yeah, there he goes. See, he's moving way too fast for me to do anything about, and I'm not getting any of the life gain off the set. So we're just gonna get wrecked. Because he can do 4 twice. We'll let him have it. We'll let him have it. We're not even gonna block. There was really nothing we could do about that. That's what happens sometimes. They move way too fast and then you can't do anything about it. Because your deck is more of like a slower, what they call like a mid-range deck, and a mid-range deck is like, hey, it's gonna take 5 or 6 turns before you can functionally win the game, right? See, here we go. This is a good setup. I like this. It doesn't have as much mana as I like. I like 3 mana for any set I build, but I've got these, and these will gain me 1 life a turn for doing nothing. Like, we gain a life once a turn, every turn, from now on, until they get rid of that card. Do you see that cheeky bastard in the corner? It went... Anyway, we'll put out this. And we'll put out this. Target snowland you control becomes a 4/4 elemental creature with hexproof and has haste until end of turn for the cost of 2. Are you fucking kidding me? But it doesn't untap, so that's good. Anyway, we'll put down this guy, and he'll start losing life for every life we gain, as long as he doesn't kill this. Also, he can totally attack me, and I will block with this. It's not hexproof, but it does have death touch, which means he will literally lose a land for touching me. And I'm okay with it. Let's start. Okay, so he didn't like the idea of losing 2 life indefinitely. He liked the idea of losing 2 life once by destroying our creature. That's a really cool card. I like that, though. Infernal Grasp. My kind of shit. What's up, Pixie? Check this out. If he has counter spells because he's playing blue, he needs to counter this. Because it's gonna hurt. Oh, okay. No problem. I thought you were saying you might have a question or something like that by posting a Q. But, totally makes sense now. So every turn, this is gonna inflict some kind of damage. At the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, that player loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or ditch a card. I'm holding 2 of these. And he's getting blood counters, so... Alright, we're almost functionally set up for our infinite combo of doom. We have Exquisite Blood. Whenever an opponent loses a life, you gain that much life. And then we have this guy, which also costs 5, and whenever you gain life, each opponent loses life. So it's an infinite cycle, and there's nothing we can do to stop it once it starts. And it's a win. Oh, and we're gonna gain a life, regardless of what happens, because we gain a life once a turn. So once we have both of these 2 things in my hand, on the board, as soon as the next turn starts, during my upkeep, when I gain that first life, it'll start the infinite cycle of they lose the game. We have to get it there first. That's kind of the problem. But it is possible. Yay, we got 5. So, we'll put down this first, because it doesn't seem like he can do anything about artifacts and enchantments.
Meditate and prepare.
He's carrying black, so unless he has a bounce spell, he can't really do anything about our stuff. Counter target non-creature spell. He pulled a negate, so he's expecting to be able to counter a non-creature spell. But we're gonna play a creature spell. Okay. So, unless he sacrifices something, he's gonna die this turn. About time. No, hopefully it's great chili, man. Like I said, I haven't had chili in forever. I could really go for some. So if he chooses not to sacrifice anything, he dies next turn. And all we'll do is sit here while he, well, he's gonna die next turn anyway. He isn't gonna do anything to me this turn. Is he gonna... Ah, he didn't let it go off. He knew we had it. All we had to do was wait. And he wasn't gonna let it go off. Unfortunately, that is all I have time for today, y'all. So, that being said, we're gonna go find somebody to raid out to. Did I win anything? I won some money and some stuffs. We're almost to that requirement. But anyway, we gotta go find somebody to raid out to who is online doing a thing, right? And I gotta get ready to go to work. So, let's see. It's available. Oh, right. We'll go there. Perfect. We will go there. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. Thank you, Earth. Appreciate you being here. Hope your chili is wonderful. And warming. Is it spicy chili? I gotta know, is it... I forgot to ask. Is it spicy chili? Like, spicy? Or is it just, like, regular chili? I'm not complaining either way. Also, do you have cornbread? Those are the only... Before I get out, I can't leave. I can't even go to work. I'll have to call in. Okay, so it's got a bit of a kick, but do you have cornbread? Freshly baked bread? Like, what kind of freshly baked bread? You're getting the squinty eye of doom because it's not cornbread. I'm just gonna keep it up. Till my eyes water or something. That, sir, is a mildly acceptable alternative. I will settle for that, I guess. But, next time. What? Cornbread isn't a... I gotta go ask a question now. I gotta go ask a question now because I have... I mean, are you saying it's not a thing in Wales? Or, like, it's not a thing in the UK? You're telling me you don't have... So, for those who don't know, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Like, outside of Atlanta. Like, but I'm in Georgia. I'm in the South. And when it comes to chili, cornbread's a thing. Like, you don't really... Like, if you have a bowl of chili, you have a piece of cornbread. It's just how it works. Alright. We're gonna go see Pixie Logic. She is in the process of painting a croissant still. She has weapons to throw on it. So we will check that out. Find cornbread. And then make chili. And 100% you won't regret it. Hell, if I knew if it was okay to send it, I would just send it. Anyway, we're gonna raid Pixie, tell her hi. She's in the process of painting her croissant, which is actually a Necron's Doomblade from Warhammer. She's building it in the Doomblade format, I believe. Anyway, it's this, like, flying thing. She's really cool at painting and whatnot. She'll tell you she's not good at it, but it actually looks really good. So, you know, show her some love, show her some appreciation. I will be back Saturday for fights. So if anybody wants to come in here and fight, I got King of Fighters, thanks to Veladrin. And we'll be back between 1 and 3 in the morning on Saturday for King of Fighters or Street Fighter. Or really, if you guys want to come in and fight me and you have one of the games that I have, which is Guilty Gear, King of Fighters, Street Fighter. I also have Mortal Kombat and Injustice, but they're on PlayStation, so if you don't have a PlayStation, kind of out, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's go raid out, and have a great day, y'all. Thank you for being here. Like I said, yeah, peace, y'all.